this morning for the first episode of Content Marketing Strategies for Your Business. Before we get started, a couple of quick housekeeping items. You can start typing your questions as I go on through the presentation, and I will get to your questions at the end. And you will also have an option to raise your hand and ask question at the end of the session. How does that sound? All right, great. Now, so this is the first episode, and I'm going to share with you the remaining dates for this series at the end of this session also, so you can note them down in your calendar and certainly join us so you have the continuation on the same topic, it'll be more beneficial for you. Today in this session, we are going to talk about the current digital landscape components, inbound marketing, and how content marketing fits into inbound marketing methodologies. This webinar is being recorded, and I see several people have requested also to email them the slides, so I will certainly do that right after the presentation today. So feel free to send any questions later as well if you don't get a chance to ask at the end of the session. Now, so I'm sure all of you on this webinar know who I am, what I do, and what our specialization is, just quickly. So we work with local businesses with market research, consulting, website design and development, and marketing strategies for online exposure, SEO, pay-per-click, social media, mobile, and marketing automation. And in order for us to bring all these services to our clients, we also make sure that we are certified in all of these services. So, we work with a team of people that help us deliver the projects to our clients. We have graphic designers, developers, SEO experts, and everybody that can bring the product and services to our clients in an efficient manner. First of all, I would like to share the current digital landscape with you and kind of the different components that are in the landscape today. Now, the first and foremost consideration before you go into internet marketing for your business is the research about your audience or personas, what we these are basically profiles of your target market. Depending on whether you're in B2B or B2C businesses, you may be dealing with the marketing director in the company or the sales manager, or if at a B2C, you're dealing directly with the customers. And a lot of times with small businesses, you're directly dealing with the business owner. So it's very important to understand the roles and responsibilities of the people or the decision makers in the business, so that you can educate them with proper content on how to help them understand the options that are available to them to take a benefit from the internet marketing strategies for their business. Now, the next stage is the buyer's journey. So there are the three steps in buyer's journey that we have identified. First one is awareness, second is consideration, and the last one is decision. Awareness stage is where your prospect is becoming aware of a challenge or a situation or a problem that they're facing, whether it's in their home or in their office. So it can be any number of things. Now, once they're aware of a problem that they have, the next thing they are going to do is to get a little more information about what that problem is, and they move on to considering what the solution for that problem is. So the consideration stage is where they are looking for information on, okay, I have this issue or a problem that I need a solution, whether it's a product or service that you offer. This consideration stage is where they're going to look for that type of content. And once they are educated enough on what their options are, The last step is decision. So decision is where the stage where they are looking at different providers of the products or service, reviews about those providers, and of course they're shopping around for the value product or value service, right? So it's very important for you to know what stage of this buyer's journey your prospect is currently in so that you can provide them with the right type of content. Now, in order for you to publish your content, so there are different types of platforms that you can use. The first and foremost, I really recommend everybody to have is a professional website. So you may have social media profiles, you may be doing email marketing, you may be doing several other marketing strategies, but without having a website that can really host all the content that you own, that represents you as a subject matter expert in the industry, it's really hard for you to really do content marketing. At the least, have a robust blog platform where you can generate dynamic content, right? And you definitely would like to have all your social media accounts to be reachable from your website. So social media strategies, depending on the industry, we're going to cover the strategies for different types of industries in later parts in this series. So just the most prominent ones are LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and YouTube. And this is where you'll engage and start the conversation with your prospects and clients, inform them about your products and service, and any related education material that they may appreciate and consume in their research. And of course, mobile strategy is critical these days. Most people do their research on their cell phones. Or tablets. Now, at the least, you should have a responsive design website so it is easy to navigate and find what they're looking for. And of course, if you have brick and mortar store location, then there are mobile strategies for them to check in and kind of let other people know where they are so people can come and join them on that location. There are a lot of different location-based marketing that you can do. Of course, SMS marketing is one of the strategies that most people use to send out coupons, and also there are loyalty-based programs for mobiles as well. So depending on your industry, these you will pick and choose what works for you. And the big elephant in the room, search engine marketing, which includes, search engine optimization, pay-per-click, and of course, social media now is a part of SEO in terms of social signals, the traffic coming from your social media profiles into your website and other digital assets. Now, search engine optimization, as we all know, is a long-term strategy, and pay-per-click is a short-term strategy where you set a budget and run ads on Google to get quick exposure and brand awareness online. And of course, for mobile, we have mobile search strategies, a mobile SEO, local searches, and social links on your website for mobile phones. Now, so that's in a nutshell, a quick overview of all the components that you have to have in place for your business. And last but not the least is website analytics. Now, if you're spending time trying to get your brand known online on all of these platforms, and it's definitely important for you to keep track of how your efforts are performing. Really, so website analytics or Google Analytics is critical for this performance measurement. So you can keep track of the keywords that are bringing traffic to your website and amount of traffic coming and the type of conversion that's happening on the website. And other social media platforms, so you can use that intelligent data to further optimize your marketing campaigns. Now, and I also mentioned the topic of inbound marketing as one of the agenda items for today. So why inbound and what is inbound marketing? So inbound is about creating content that people love. So a few years ago, we all started out, doing cold calling, cold emails, and knocking on the doors, dropping off flyers and information at businesses. So this is the traditional marketing some businesses still use to some extent, and this one is marketer centric. What that means is we are really not considering whether the customer is ready to buy or not, and are they really facing a challenge or a problem that your product or service is going to provide. We just did call them and pushed content towards them, whether they consumed it or not. Versus inbound is a strategy or the methodology where we're heading in the future, or even we're already there today, where we are pushing data to our client only when they ask for it. For instance, when people are searching for certain products and services with keywords online, we have our websites optimized with SEO, so our website can be found and they can click on the link available and land on our web page to look at the topic that they were doing the research on. Same thing with blogging. We do blog posts for dynamic content and optimize them, and they show up either in social media, else when people are doing their research, or in organic SEO. And so this is basically customer centric because we are really paying attention to what the customers are looking for and providing them the right content at the right time. So inbound methodology, how does it look like? So these are all the four steps in the inbound methodology: attract, convert, close, and delight. So attract. So this step is where strangers to your business, a product or service, are coming on Google or Yahoo and typing keywords and searching for products and service, or going on YouTube and searching for videos on certain topics. Or going on Facebook. So they're doing searches on different platforms, right? So they're using keywords or keyword phrases for those. So once they land on any of these platforms, they become visitors, right? So you attracted these strangers to become visitors. Now, visitors, you have to convert those visitors to leads. And how do you do that? There are different strategies you can use. So we use lead in forms where we collect name and email addresses of people that land on our website, or have them click on a certain call to action items on our landing pages. So have them ask them to watch video, download ebooks. So any type of these, have them give them information about what they're looking for to convert them into leads. And then the next step is to close them into customers. And how do we do that? We once we collected their contact information, we add them to our CRM, customers relations management system, where we keep track of them and kind of track them on how they're doing their buyer's journey, and set up workflows to send them information and marketing automations based on how they're consuming content that you're sending them step by step, and move them closer to that buying stage. And now they became your customers. Good news. Now we don't stop there, do we? We really want them to be your promoters, our promoters, and we also would like to upsell to them on products and services that in the future, right? So we use surveys to get information about how we did with our products and service, and we also send them smart content for the products and services that they purchased on how to effectively use them, make use of them, and monitor them on social media on what else they're looking for, so that you can send them information, and of course ask for testimonials and have them spread the word to promote your products and service. So this is in a nutshell what the inbound methodology looks like. Now, what are the fundamentals of inbound success? So we do have defined best practices for inbound methodology. The first and foremost is, as you saw in the landscape, user buyer persona. So we define who our target market is and what their challenge is and what they're looking for. And we track them through their buyer's journey and cater to them with remarkable content during their buyer's journey, and leverage the content by sending them in the email, or making it available on your blog posts, through ebooks or social media. So any number of these formats, depending on your target market. Now, what are buyer personas? Buyer personas are really semi-fictional representations of your ideal customer based on real data. So we basically use customer demographics, their behavior patterns, their goals and motivations to build this persona. So buyer personas, these are not just assumptions. So this must be based on actual research. So you had to spend some time on defining these personas for your target market. And so the best way to start with that is by interviewing with your current customers. So use research questions like background, company, what their role and responsibilities are, what their goals are in their role, and what challenges do they face in their position to cater to whoever they're catering to inside the company, and how do they do their continuing education? How do they get more information about the options that are available out there? We call them the watering holes. And then shopping preferences. Do they shop online? Do they how do they do their research, and just kind of understanding their buying patterns, buying behavior. Now, this is an example of a buyer persona for a HR manager. So this person is the head of the HR, married with two children. So this is just kind of a basic background information, where they worked in the past, what demographics they belong to, and what their personality is, and what their goal is in that position, and what challenges they face in their job, and how we help. How they help the people that they cater to in their job, and what are the common objections that they come across on a daily basis. So things like this. So this persona will help you understand really what the challenges are, and what is the type of service that they're providing inside the company in their position, and how you can help. So this will help you figure out how your products and service can really help them um, uh, really overcome those challenges in their job. Now, an example of a buyer's journey. So we talked about the three stages: awareness, consideration, decision. So, for instance, I have a sore throat or fever, and I'm achy all over. So, what's wrong with me, right? So, I'm becoming aware of the illness, and now. Then I'm going to go research on it. Or these are my symptoms. What's going on? So symptoms look like maybe I have strep throat, right? So what are my options for relieving? For curing my symptoms. And then, I look for, the decision stage. So whether I go just buy over-the-counter medication, or go to the ER to reduce this fever, to take care of this fever, or wait till Monday to see my regular doctor. So it's really depending on how severe or urgent the challenge or the problem is. Now, creating and leveraging remarkable content. So this is, at the end of the day, your internet marketing boils down to how good and useful your content is for people that are looking for your product and service. How educational it is. So always keep your content educational. And the basic rule of inbound marketing is your content should be based on a context. So depending on where they are in their buyer's journey, that content should cater to that stage, so that they can understand that what's going on in that stage, and how to move on to the next stage, and really understand your target market. Who are you creating the content for? And distribute your content on multiple channels. So that's what makes the content relevant. Different platforms where you can publish your content, or website pages, business blogs, social media, landing pages, and call to action for specific items, and of course marketing emails and email marketing automation, are some of the platforms that you may consider for spreading your or syndicating your content. Now, this is another example of a CFO company that used the inbound strategy in their business. So this financial advisory company is in business for helping business owners. So the basic step in the inbound strategy is understanding customers' demographics, their role, business problems. The team was able to create targeted content and emails and offers for that audience. Some of the content offerings that they went ahead with are white papers, ebooks, and blog posts. excuse me. These are really good formats for content. You can reuse these over and over again. So some of the topics of the content that they generated were 22 warning signs of a business in trouble, 9 keys to small business growth in 2017, and 8 ways to improve profit in business. So these are all good topics for business owners that are trying to reduce costs and improve their profit over time. And with this strategy, this company saw a 200% increase in web traffic in 6 months. So really, the content marketing, once you have it in place, it does take time. It doesn't get you results over time, but if you stick with your plan and generate good content, you will definitely reach your goal. And of course, this company also used tools, lead capturing tools with forms and CRMs, tracking buyer's journey, and lead nurturing tools with marketing automation and other things that really kind of put them over the top with good results with their marketing campaign. Next, I would like to briefly touch upon the concept of SEO because as content marketing is not successful without a good SEO to some extent, at least using the proper keywords in your content, having proper links coming to your website. So these are all some of the basic things that you can do on your own, really. The common objection I hear from clients is, okay, SEO is very time consuming and it's very expensive to outsource and it's constantly changing. Of course, Google has been changing the search algorithm for past several years significantly, and hopefully they are done with all the major changes. And the reason for those changes are really for the better. So Google caught on all the black hat practices a lot of marketers were following by stuffing keywords in their content, by having uh, links to their website that are not really relevant, just to kind of quantity of links and quantity of keywords. So Google caught on all these practices and really wanted to stop them because those practices were really diminishing the quality of search content. So when we looked for keywords, we land on websites that are not even relevant. They're not even quality in their products and services. So it's all for good. It just takes time, and as long as we follow the guidelines from Google on how to build links and how to have proper content, what kind of keywords to have in your content, it doesn't hurt you. It just keeps you moving ahead in ranking. So SEO is the process of improving your website to attract more visitors from search engines. So search engines send spiders to crawl through the website, searching for most relevant and useful trustworthy answers for the keyword phrases that people are looking for. And the rank is based on your popularity and authority of the website. And the authority of the website is, of course, determined by content and the quality of links that are coming into your website. Of course, your ultimate goal, long-term strategy, is to be on top of organic results. So SEO strategy, some basic best practices. So do your keyword research for your products and services, and there are keyword tools available for you on Google to use, and create content around your keywords. Come up with a content plan, maybe a quarterly plan, and create topics for, let's say, 3 months, and let's say 2 blogs per month. For 3 months' time, so that you have the topics that you have to write about, so you can start thinking about what to write about that content. And there's a lot of research material available online as well on those topics. And optimize content around a primary keyword. So there are guidelines on how the keyword should be used and the density. So it's like 2% of your content can be your keywords. And promote your content. Once you write your blog post, definitely spread the word, share the content on different platforms, and build links into your content from those platforms. And earn links. Yeah, that's how you will build the content, links to your content. And how to do keyword research. Just a quick summary here. So make a list of keywords your buyer personas would search for and expand that list by searching the web for alternatives. So you can use keyword research tool, and also nowadays when you go to Google and search for certain keywords, Google will display um, a list of related keyword phrases in the list box. So these are all good alternatives for you to use for those keywords, and determine which keywords people are using to find your site. And this you can find um, if you already have Google Analytics installed on your site, you can take a look at the traffic coming to your website and which keywords are bringing traffic to your site as well, and decide which keywords you have the best opportunity to rank for. What this means is, there are keywords, certain keywords that are really high demanding, and a lot of businesses is already ranking for those keywords, and it will take you a long time to rank for those keywords. So, of course, don't ignore those keywords. Definitely keep it in your content plan, but focus on keywords that you have a better chance of ranking quickly, right? So you'll still, that's the best way to start getting traffic to your website and then build on your popularity and ranking. And just like a few guidelines on how to optimize a page. So of course, you have to use a page around a primary, optimize the page around a primary keyword. So when you do keyword research, you are going to pick a primary keyword based on the search volume, how many people are searching for that keyword, and also there will be related keywords that you can use as secondary keywords in your content. Um, Include relevant content with the links with the content. So these are links, maybe internal links to other pages on your website for related more information on that topic, or it can be a link going to an external website that can be useful in your prospects research as well. And promote a good user experience, meaning, write content in a good readable format. Don't write long paragraphs, write them in bullets, in a better readable format, because people don't read content on the website like they read a book. They just, browse through it, and it should be quick, and they should be able to understand the benefits of it, at a high level, the summary of what you're talking about. And of course, optimize your website for mobile. This is critical for you for your content marketing as well. Now, just a few screenshots on how to optimize a page. Of course, you have to have keyword in title and URL. So you see the URL that has a name. When you use a website platform like WordPress, WordPress is pretty SEO friendly. Google recommends it for SEO. So it generates SEO friendly page aliases or page address. So just make sure you have the keywords. You may go in and change this if you like, if the page name is too long, and shorten it, but make sure the keyword is in the title and the URL and also the title of the page. And so add keyword to the body, headers, and image alt text. So you, again, about 2% of your content can be your keyword. So be mindful of that. And Google cannot read images. So in order for Google to recognize what this image is about, when you upload an image to your website, you will have an option to enter a keyword in the alt text option for that particular image. So that's all you have to do. Then Google will be able to display that image in the images tab of Google search if it's optimized for the keyword that the user is looking for. And that image will be linked to the website where it's coming from. So it's a pretty neat way to optimize your images on your website. And of course, use the headers, H1, H2 tags and titles. Make sure the keywords are in your headers as well. And optimize the page. Continuing with that, so place the primary keyword in the meta description. So when people search for keywords on Google, so you'll see a short description of that page that's coming from meta description that is put on that page. Typically, when the websites are not optimized, there's a default meta description that's displayed for all pages, but you can make it specific to each page by going into the SEO section of that page and entering a meta description. Make sure the primary keyword is in that description, and a meta description has to be within 140 characters. If it's longer, no harm. It's just that the rest of the portion is not displayed on the description of the search results. And include relevant internal and external links within the content. We talked about adding anchor links or the keywords that are linked to other pages on your website, or going to an external resource page that is relevant to the topic that you're talking about. And search engines follow the links between pages to see how they're related to each other. So if if somebody is talking about an insider's look at gifting industry, I may, if on this page, I may link them to, the gift ideas for different occasions, and also to websites that are selling gifts for different occasions. So all of these are relevant to that, and Google will appreciate those links and give you ranking for that. And if you're a local business, definitely make sure you have claimed your My Business page on Google. It's important for people to find you if you have a brick and mortar store on Google Maps here. So when people search for certain businesses in a geographical area, this Google local search area will show up with the map and the restaurant name, the website, the details of the hours of operation, and of course reviews, if there is any, are all displayed here. So we have covered a lot today. So if again, this is just the first part of our content marketing strategy series. So here's what I would like you to do. Yeah, this is your homework before the next session. So identify your industry, B2B or B2C, and see who your competition is, and do some research online on who is coming up in the first page of Google when you search for different keywords for the products and services that you offer. And definitely work on identifying your target market and create buyer personas. And the social platforms where the target market is engaged. If you're already using Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, look and see how much engagement you are building among your fan base. And we will talk more about how to optimize those in the next sessions. And definitely verify your website with Google and install Google Analytics on your website so you can start tracking. And so the next session that's coming up is on May 18th, same time, 11:30. It's a Thursday. So we are going to discuss about content planning, creation, and syndication. And if you need any help with the topics that we discussed today, so we offer consulting and training, and market research, competitive analysis. So any of these that we talked about, we can help you with that and guide you through putting together a marketing plan. Well, thank you for attending the session today. Here are some resources for you. So definitely subscribe to your marketing blog. It's krithionlinemarketing.com/blog is where I post a lot of content regularly for my prospects and clients to educate themselves on internet marketing topics. And also I have a closed group on Facebook for those that are interested in joining conversation about digital marketing. And if you're interested in joining our email list, definitely do that on our website as well. And here are the other dates that are coming up for the series: May 18th, June 22nd, and July 20th. And we already talked about different topics that we're going to talk about. So we are at the top of the hour. So if you have any questions, do please reach out to me through email, and I will send you the slides that you can use, refer to, so to finish your homework before the next session. And thank you again. And this session is recorded, so if you need a copy of the recording, we'll send you the link. Just go ahead and send me an email. Thank you.